Hi Aries, welcome to your May 2017 Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Charlotte from Astrological. Today I'll be using the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake, illustrated by Elizabeth Alba. I'll also be using the Mystical Wisdom Oracle card deck, and this deck is by Gay Guthrie and illustrated by Josephine Wall. As a new love perspective, I'll also be using the Whispers of Love cards by Angela Hartfield and also illustrated by Josephine Wall. Okay, Aries, let's get started. Now I have the first row of cards that I'm laying out here to depict the new moon that arrived in Taurus on April the 26th, and this began a new beginning in your financial sector. There may have been news that came in around that time, or you may have really started a new spending spree. The second row is going to depict your 8th house of debt, sex, joint resources, death, divorce, all of those deep subjects of the 8th house that really keep you motivated to change your behavior patterns in some way, or help you to really get a better perspective of your income-debt ratio. Now there's a new moon that I'm going to lay out on the third row here, and that new moon is in Gemini. This is in your 3rd house of communication, learning, community, transportation even. So it could be, academic involvement. It could just be you putting yourself out there and having to do a lot of communication, especially with all of these financial things that we have taken place. So let's look at the cards and see what we can discern that can go right along with those lunar energies at the moment. Okay, Aries, so the first thing I see here is that you have been feeling overburdened in the recent past or in this first week in May. Some of you concerning romantic relationships. Others of you are feeling like you need to wield a new venture related to finance, or there needs to be a decision made in regard to finances. It's just making you feel a little trapped here, feeling like there's no way out. The moon card is here, so this can really depict that new moon and saying that this is going to be a strong new moon for you. But it also talks about universal forces at work behind the scenes. It can also be about secrets, can depict mothers. The Ace of Swords is right below it and pointing up at it, and it is saying that there is truth that may come out, truth that may be revealed. Maybe you felt trapped about certain situations pertaining to money. But Ace of Swords is also victory. So I think that things are going to work out. And here, down here, there is a new opportunity by that last new moon that takes place May the 25th. And that's going to be a new opportunity in financial situations. For some of you, there's going to be a situation coming out pertaining to, or the truth may come out with a romantic partner, someone who has offered you love that you had made a decision about before, someone that you've spent a lot of time sort of in talks with or working out a certain situation. And there may be a message come through for that person by that last new moon, so around the 25th or from the 25th towards the end of May. I think you're trying to really create new avenues of income here. And I feel like some of this is going to be required by someone who's able to make a decision on your behalf to really be able to start on your new adventure or a new adventure with your spouse related to new financial endeavors. And either your spouse is the child in this situation, or you may feel like there's a very childlike influence. For some of you, you could have a child that actually needs surgery this month. And if that surgery were to take place, this may have to do with female organs. Now that's not going to be for all of you. That's just one certain scenario, probably maybe for one of the viewers out there. I'm going to try to move these cards up just a little bit here so you can see them a little better. In regard to this love offer, it feels like this has been such a heavy burden to you. Maybe this person is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. If not, they may just be presenting themselves as emotionally immature. And I think that you're going to, really get your wish concerning that matter. And I think they are going to come forward with this new offer or this new message of love. And it may take place on one of these lunar events. Could actually take place as far as that new the first couple of weeks in May before we get to that full moon in Scorpio that's going to take place in your 8th house. Let's see what other information we can extract. What's this moon? Okay. Okay, so we have some major arcana coming now. And this kind of gives us a clearer picture. Okay, so if you have a child who is an Aquarius, this child may actually be pregnant. I have the card of Aquarius laying over the moon. The Empress is also here with the Ace of Swords. And then, of course, the Page of Cups with the Strength card here. If they have Aquarius and Leo in their chart, that could definitely be a scenario. But on more of a mundane level, of course, again, that's not going to be all of you. I saw something in relation to a child earlier where I mentioned with surgery. And it could definitely be a situation. Some of you, this could be something as simple as if you have a smaller child, you're taking them to get a shot and you're feeling a need to really protect them, something like that. I do want to warn you about issues to do with the bloodstream. I have a lot of cards here that I use in my own personal health readings and for a few of my close friends, depicting some issues with the blood or something in the blood, bacteria in the blood, something that we really need to keep an eye on here. For the most part, again, for the mundane level, if you're associated with an Aquarius friend or you have Aquarius in your chart, this is about you bringing knowledge that may have been hidden to other people. And this is saying, turn to this person or turn to this hidden knowledge. That's what's going to bring you victory. And this could be associated with someone who, here is a picture here, someone who depicts themselves as the Empress, someone who likes fine things. They are filled with enlightenment. They have a lot of knowledge. They seem to have a lot of things going for them. Again, this could be a representative of someone being pregnant. And because I have it by the Page of Cups here and with the Moon card, I just really feel like this could be an aha moment where someone finds out they're pregnant or the truth comes forward about someone being pregnant. In regard to your love situation or just with a child. Definitely things are going to start changing. If you've been feeling trapped, things are about to change. And I think that the changing, this new situation, this new breath of energy that comes in does pertain to this Aquarius figure or in regard to a wish that you feel like you've had for some time involving another female or the home or something that has been hidden. This new wish is coming forward and presenting itself as an opportunity later. I think you have a lot of anxiety about this new opportunity, not understanding how it's going to turn out. It seems to be a new venture. It's almost like you're having to cut your losses and move forward with this certain situation. Some of you are definitely not feeling well. I think some of you have gotten so overstressed and nervous about the situation. Some of you are dealing with issues with the bloodstream. And the Four of Swords is here. Sometimes this can depict someone who's not feeling well. I have the Nine of Swords. This is staying up late at night. Anxiety over these financial situations here. With this new moon up here in Taurus in your second house of income, I think that what is going to happen is you're going to have to find a way to recreate. You're going to have to bring yourself up out of that situation where you're feeling trapped. And you're going to have to start kind of, I just heard the words in my head, spinning your own web, so to speak, because it's almost like in order for your wishes to come true, you are going to have to come forward with the truth about something, or someone is going to come forward with the truth about something that is going to help you in some way. But a lot of this is you bringing knowledge to other people on more of a mundane level. And while you're working hard for all the stuff, a lot of you are very focused on material gain. Here we have the King of Pentacles. He likes to have his cake and eat it too. And the Two of Cups on top here. So this is kind of like you're stowing up. You've been planting seeds and you're waiting on the harvest for a person to acquire a certain stature, a material stature within a relationship. And I think there is going to be victory in that. You are going to be feeling like, you are becoming the empress in some way. And you're going to have everything you need. But I think that this new financial matter, this new financial opportunity, seems to be like a brand new thing that's just starting out. And so this is maybe what's going to bring you a lot of anxiety. It's coming very quickly, though. And the Chariot, to me, now you hear a lot of card readers talk about the Chariot. For me, in my readings, everyone reads differently. Of course, I know what the meanings of the Chariot are. But when I see this card, to me, it's almost like a public arrival. It does mean travel, and it can mean that something's coming in very quickly, and two choices are coming in very quickly. But for me, it's almost like it's on display. That seems to be the difference to me. So while it still may take you a while to get to this situation, when it does come in, this money that comes in, it comes in very quickly, and it comes in towards the end of the month, I think. And this is only after you have gotten up out of the mental anguish that you have been in and feeling trapped, and sort of fought your way out to disperse a certain amount of information regarding something that people needed to know. There's also heartbreak here. The Three of Swords is heartbreak, and Eight of Swords, we have the Moon, the Star card, and Wheel of Fortune with it. For some of you, this is something news coming up pertaining to someone that you know. Could be a female, could be an Aquarius, could be yourself if you have that in you. And a truth coming forward. The truth coming forward related to someone who is pregnant, or in fact you are having to, make yourself very public in your search for the truth. Or the truth is coming out about you, and it's coming out very publicly. A lot of you, this may just be heartache within a relationship where you're feeling like maybe that your spouse has been sneaking around, and the truth is coming out about that person. But definitely you can bet that this scenario up here is going to bring you some anguish. And this may be the heart of this reading right here. Although I do feel like your decision was your decision is and was to make a relationship go forward for financial security. We have the Emperor over here with the King of Cups. This could be an older gentleman, a male figure, father figure, who is bringing you this decision that's going to allow this relationship to go forward and continue to be financially prosperous. But again, the truth and the victory up here comes up from you presenting your heartbreak publicly, from you presenting your worries openly, from you getting the ball rolling. It's almost like it's up to you, I think, to do this. And we'll check that out again in a minute, because I feel like this other person or this situation seemed hopeless. It seemed hopeless in some way, and someone was really trying to learn their craft, or wield their little bit of knowledge and experience they had in some way, but it just wasn't working out until this situation where your hopes and dreams come forward, and you coming out of the shadows and out of feeling trapped and saying, look, I'm feeling a certain kind of way, and I feel like my heart is broken. That's going to be the victory, and that's going to be the truth, and that's going to keep you feeling like you're on top of your game here. If that's not the scenario, this is the truth coming out about someone being pregnant, and there may be a dual energy here, where some of you are finding out that someone is pregnant. Could be a child, Aquarius, could be someone else that you've been involved with in the past, but I think, or that's, has brought you've worked hard to build something with in the past. You've been in talks about a love relationship. That could definitely come forward too. But I feel like there are children here. It could be a Leo child. I have the Strength card here, and that often depicts a Leo female with the Lion energy here. And this is a situation by the end of the month that's coming in very quickly. With that new moon in your health sector, watch the health of a child. It seems like you're brought up and you're so embroiled in all of these material things and making things work, and all of this mental anguish and starting out something new and trying to really, take a deep breath and look towards the future. And you're feeling, maybe a little claustrophobic staying at home. But some of you need to watch your own health, but you need to also watch the health of a child, especially if they're Leo. Hermit is here, another sign that you're just withdrawing by the end of the month and really feeling like you need to take a break, and maybe your child has a cold or something. Definitely there's nothing serious here. Watch out for bacteria in the blood. That could definitely be some cold viruses flowing through this for you. And I want to check out this situation up here. Okay, so it seems like there's been some stress about a certain situation in your family. It may involve a celebration, so maybe somebody's birthday at the beginning of the month, and they've been really trying to be creative in forming or having a party, maybe throwing a party or a wedding or something like that. But there's the Four of Cups is here, and it's feeling like maybe not enough people show up, or there's just not, it's like a little bit of disappointment, feeling left out in the cold, not having enough money maybe to get everything they want. Justice card is here, saying that things are trying to find their way to be fair and balanced. But it may be that maybe you don't have enough money for gifts, or you're trying to create finances where there are none. You're trying to create resources where there are none. But let me see how this situation turns out. I'm going to start to use my clarifiers now for the beginning of the month. It says, be grateful for what you have, and definitely what you have is enough. Don't get too heartbroken over that. In this situation, this is talking about raising your standards in relationships. It's like you have this heartbreak and you're having to constantly be your own hero and drive somebody to do something. This is talking about raise your own standards. Look outside the box. Think of the top goal that you want. Go towards that. Bring that up. And it's almost like you're demanding it. You're bringing the truth out. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. And this is how this needs to be. And by the middle of the month, which is the 10th or 11th, I'm going off of here with that full moon in Scorpio in your 8th house. 7 deadly sins. Some of you are being, again, drawn back to the temptation of a relationship, or you're sinking back into this material fulfillment, which is only temporary, right? And definitely you're having to be your own hero here in this situation. And also you need to be thinking about new ways to create your own self-reliance here, and come up with new ways for you to make money and for you to have a career field here with the Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles. And, with the 9 of Swords in the midst of it, shows how you are worried about it. And just look, there's a little red cardinal right here. Red cardinals often bring us communication. So maybe towards the end of the month, you're really thinking about maybe getting a job, because this is a new moon, not only in your health sector, but also your work sector with your pets. So you need to really, you're sort of churning away all this information. And I do want to remind you that Mercury is retrograde until the 3rd of May. So all of this is like a replay of things that have been going on in your mind. It's just that everything is kind of coming together at once. And it's almost like it's so much stuff coming together that you're having a hard time sorting out the direction that you want all of these things to go in. You're dealing with money issues, first of all. That's the main thing in May. Secondly, you're dealing with heartbreak in certain situations, people not telling the truth, you having to come forward with your own truth, you dealing with older male figures, and also dealing with people who are ill within the home. Some of you are dealing with the news of someone being pregnant. And definitely this is a new beginning in a career situation for you, a new way that you can find to make money. You have a new idea. I think you just need to paint it wisely. You need to put yourself out there in a bold way. You need to do it very quickly. And you may need some spiritual guidance along the way also. Yeah, dolphins. Dolphins are always communication. This card actually says, don't worry, be happy. So maybe that there's an ideal in there for you. This is depicting a girl. She's standing on the edge here. People are swimming out all around her. So maybe this is a new idea for you to come up with a new project that's really going to increase your self-esteem, and it's going to give you some monetary flow. And while some of you are feeling, you know, sort of disappointed, I think, in having to recoup what you, because some of you are having to pay out a debt here by this full moon in Scorpio, or you're having to refinance something, get a new loan. Again, that is the 10th and 11th, depending on your time zone, 10th and 11th of May. And so I think that you're going to have to recoup something. It's like something's almost falling through the cracks here, but you are able to grab hold of it and to make something out of it. And it's going to take a lot of effort on your part. I think you're going to be feeling very tired, but you have come up with a new idea by that new moon in Gemini, May the 25th, and the 2 weeks that follow that. So I'll just ask the Spirit what advice for you this month, and then I'm going to go. What advice for Aries? Okay, so I think that for some of you, this new idea may have to do with going back to school. There's definitely, it's like a group of people working together to learn something. So this may have to do with your situation, and that is where the miracle is going to come from. And this play music card always, to me, it feels like reaching out spiritually to someone that you love. And sometimes, even though we're not connected physically with people, it's about being drawn to that person. Your spirits are still communicating. Your spirits are somewhere else and here right now. I know that's hard to, I don't have time to explain that on this video. But definitely watch your yearly Astro Tarot forecast. I'll put the link below. And you'll begin to understand how miracles form from connecting with people that you aren't even physically around. If you're in a relationship and you feel like the cycle is never ending and you're constantly having to worry about money and trying to put things here, switch things over here, put those wishes out to the universe. Wish card is here. Put that out. Let that flow from you out to the universe and say, bring me the right partner for me. And dedicate yourself to thinking that every day and to really trying to measure up the relationship that you're already in. For some of you, if that's not the situation, then you're really needing, I think, to commit to a project that's really going to increase your income. And some of you really need to go back to school. You need the support from other people to go back to school. And I think that's going to change your life. Or maybe you're developing something that has to do with study, maybe a holistic group in some way, but definitely, or a support group in some way. But I think that is where you're moving towards by the end of May. So keep thinking about those creative ideas about how to increase your income and keep you in a stable situation, Aries, and what's going to help you continue your career in the future. So I wish you the best in May, Aries. I'll see you next time.